of day 2 here in the camp, and beautiful morning, nice fresh southeasterly blowing, and still no sign of Chris. We're hoping he's going to just sail around the corner any minute now. We had a bit of a crisis in the night. The tide came up a lot higher than was expected and started to drag a lot of our gear out into the waves, so we were running around at about 2:45 this morning rescuing lots of bits and pieces, and there's still quite a bit missing this morning. Managed to save the boat from going out to sea, thankfully, but this morning it looked like there'd been a bit of a shipwreck, and I was picking up pots and plates and things out of the reef just on the shore here, so that was quite a stupid mistake, really. Still no sign of Chris, so I'm gonna head south along the beach, and hopefully within about 5 kilometers I'm going to find him somewhere. We suspect that his boat is damaged and he's waiting on shore somewhere. So Sharon's going to stay here at this camp, and I'm heading south on foot. Just on the other side of this bay is where we had lunch, and last place we saw Chris. I've just walked about 13 kilometers along the coast and no sign of him. So he's obviously pulled out of the water and got himself back to Coral Bay or to Ningaloo Homestead, hopefully. So Chris, it seems that Chris has made his way back into the bay here where we had lunch yesterday, and he pulled out of the water. I've just been speaking to some fishermen who saw him, and he's making his way to Ningaloo Homestead by land. So that's the mystery solved with Chris. So now I've just got to walk another 13 kilometers back to my camp, and hopefully Sharon's okay. And then tomorrow we can carry on and hopefully make it into the homestead ourselves. It's a shame because today we've got fucking perfect conditions. Beautiful, just a nice light 10-12 knots southwest, southeasterly would have pushed us through across the Black Rock Passage beautifully. Hopefully we'll get the same tomorrow. Just have to wait and see. It was quite late in day 2, and after walking 26 kilometers down the coast and back looking for Chris, we decided to push on up the coast for a couple of hours as the sun sets and just try and make up for a bit of lost ground today, and that'll put us in a good position. Hopefully tomorrow we can then cross the Black Rock Passage and safely make it into Ningaloo Homestead, hopefully. That was a short paddle. So this is Camp 2, and it's a lovely spot. We just got here in time before sunset to get set up and collect some wood and settle in for a lovely evening. How was your day, Sharon?
It was a little boring.
What were you doing?
Just stayed down at camp by myself with about 2 billion flies and the heat.
Ah,
It's a little over it.
not much fun, is it?
It wasn't fun.
That's alright, we're back on track now. We know where Chris is. We've pushed up the coast. We know last hour or so we did 7.5, 8 Ks, which was just nice. It was so nice to be on the water again, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So we've got a nice cooking fire going, just waiting for some embers to burn down, and we'll put the old oven rack on there and rack up whatever food Sharon has got ready for us.
Fresh vegetables.
More vegetables. How are we getting all these vegetables out here in the bloody wilds of Ningaloo?
I have my sauces.
Ningaloo Station, Ningaloo Station, Ningaloo Station. This is Kayak 2. Are you receiving, Phil? Nothing. Again. Phil at the homestead asked us to check in each night, and on channel 80, which we are, and so far both nights nothing. So this is our only means of communication. We don't have any other options, so
You wouldn't want to be in an emergency.
yeah, well, we'll hopefully see him tomorrow anyway. Holy shit. Here we are, this is Point Closed. We're landing just around the corner and retrieving our supplies, hopefully finding Chris. Here we are, we're reprovisioning the kayak with food and water at the Ningaloo homestead, and we've got word that Chris is still in Coral Bay and thinking of driving up and around to Yardie Creek. We just need to get the car keys to him. So we're going to leave the van keys here and he's going to come and get him and meet us a bit further up the coast. we are, Camp 3. After a massive day, we pushed about 55 kilometres up the coast. We've been to the homestead, we've got our supplies, we've spoken to Chris. He's on his way to meet us at Yardie Creek, possibly on Friday. Today's Wednesday. Shaz is going to cook up a falafel mix tonight. Can't wait. What a lovely spot. Look at it. Bloody gorgeous. Look at that. Nobody for miles around. It's bloody windy this morning. We've got a northeasterly, not what we need. We're heading in a northeasterly direction, exactly where the wind's coming from. Not what you want. It's so bloody windy today and northeasterly right on our nose, so we're just going to walk around this first little bit of a bay. Then we're going to try and sneak up the coast. You know, just stay within meters of the coast. Hopefully we'll make some progress today. Paddle us in a little bit.